Prague Castle, also known as Hradčany Castle, was founded in the Czech Republic in 880 by Prince Borjov. As stated in Treasures of Eastern Europe, published in the Washington Post, the castle is to Prague what the Forbidden City is to Beijing, the Kremlin to Moscow. The compound of churches, palaces, houses, museums, gardens, and fortifications that crowns the capital of the Czech Republic dates back to the 9th century. Located on the hill of the left bank of the Vltava River, Hradčany is dominated by St. Vitus Cathedral. The Gothic edifice, which originally was a rotunda erected by Wenceslas, Bohemia's patron saint and the good king of the Old Christmas Carol, was begun in 1344 but not completed until 1929.
One of the most distinguishing features of Prague Castle is that of Basilica of St. Vitus. It was founded in the 10th century and is the home of the relics of the land's patron saint Ludmila.
The original design was by that of a Frenchman known as Matthias of Arras, who designed the complex structure. Unfortunately, he died after only finishing the eastern choirs.
After his death, Peter Parrier took over construction, finishing Matthias's work and adding his own flair. His touch is especially apparent in the intricate vault pattern featured in the basilica.
If you'll notice the vaults used here, they are net vaults. Notice the intricate rib pattern evident here, much more elegant than the classic Roman barrel or groin vault.
Another distinctive characteristic evident within the chapel is visible on the windows. Notice that they are all unique. Parrier was obsessed with geometry and insisted upon each window's uniqueness.
Briefly, we will look to artwork built to commemorate St. Ludmila. As stated at the Gothic Crossroads of Prague, Holland Carter writes, "Here is a life-sized gilded silver bust of Ludmila herself, probably commissioned by Charles. Although designed to hold mortal remains, the sculpture speaks of life. With her intelligent eyes and piquant downturned smile, Ludmila has the companionable look of a favorite aunt, daintily veiled but ready to be amused."
The castle is simply massive, and although more time would be lovely, this is but a taste of the beautiful Hradčany affords its visitors. The next time you're in Prague, ensure you block off plenty of time to explore this magnificent castle and all of its hidden treasures, for it is truly a gem hidden and often overlooked in Europe.
The Dormition of the Virgin, or sometimes called the Death of the Virgin, was depicted many times during the medieval period. This particular depiction is a tympanum located on the Strasbourg Cathedral in France. Like many of the Gothic cathedrals, this cathedral is dedicated to the Virgin Mary, Mother of Jesus. This relief was completed in 1230 and it depicts the death of the Virgin Mary. According to the author of the article Strasbourg, France, she says, according to the Golden Legend, the Virgin died at 60, surrounded by the apostles who miraculously transported to her deathbed. Jesus can be seen pointing towards heaven with a halo behind his head and is holding her soul in the form of a child in order to ascend to heaven with it. This relief sculpture is representative of German Gothic art. According to the authors of the Gardeners of Art through the ages, this scene is filled with dynamically expressive figures with large heads and fluid bodies, clothed in fluid drapery that envelopes their rounded limbs. All the figures are depicted as individuals, with unique poses and characteristics to their faces. You can see the sorrow yet humble reverence that they have for the Virgin Mary. An interesting fact about this piece is that the patron is known to be a woman named Sabia. Her father was the designer of this facade. This piece not only shows the importance of religion in Gothic art, it also shows the emotion and the reverence that was held for the Virgin Mary. And the fact that this patron was a woman shows that women did take interest in the art of the Gothic period, and that they had a valuable say into what works should go up on the cathedrals.